So if you are like most people and you're starting to think about buying a home, doing an online search is probably where you're going to begin. But this could be one of the biggest mistakes you make. Today, I'm going to talk about how you can make that mistake and what you can do to avoid it. I am Niki Shelton, your local Kitsap County real estate broker, and we are keeping it real. So, as I mentioned, a lot of people begin their search online, and that's totally okay. But what happens is, what I'm seeing a lot of times is that, for instance, you'll see a home that you might be interested in and say, oh, you know what? I do have a question about that. Oh, it says contact the broker. And so you're going to contact the broker. Well, the person that you're actually hitting contact broker isn't necessarily the listing broker. And this is just a random broker that has paid for advertising there. And so you're being assigned to that person. So, again, they can get you the information, yes, but is that broker going to be the best broker for you? And that is really the question. Another option you have when you are online looking at that is if you search a little bit further, and it does take a little bit more search, but you can find the listing broker. And as you know, I've talked several times about that. It's kind of like giving away all your cards. I mean, if you start talking to the listing broker, they represent the other side. So if you are telling them information or, they can give you some basic information, but if you're telling them information or trying to work it out that way, they're actually representing the sellers and they are not looking out for your interest. So that's another important to note or information thing to note. And then finally, if they're a realtor and you do reach out to a random broker and maybe they're okay. I mean, there's good ones, bad ones that you can get whoever, I don't know. But chances are you're going to be asked to sign a buyer's agency agreement, which we talked about last week or the week before. Anyway, go back and they're in the archives. But you're going to be most likely having to sign a buyer's agency agreement, and they can be some different ways, but you don't know this broker at all. You haven't really talked to them maybe more than 5 or 10 minutes just in that particular time to set up to go look at the house or to ask a question. Obviously, they're going to be trying to sell you. But what if they're not a good fit? What if they don't know the market good enough? What if they're brand new and really don't have the expertise that you need to buy the home? You could be tied to a contract with them, maybe a lot longer than what you were hoping for or actually initially thought about. And maybe you have another friend who you're planning on using, but if you sign that contract, you are under contract with them and that person is not going to be able to help you. So those are some really important things to do, and those are probably the 4 most important reasons why you should not just click that button and ask for information. So let's talk about the solutions. The solution would be, number 1, if you know a person that you trust already, reach out to them. I mean, seriously, I know, I love my clients and they can always reach out to me. I'm happy to take their phone calls almost any time of day, and answer their questions or look into something for them. So that would be my first call. And if they don't, then maybe they're not the right person if you're trying to get answers that fast. So make sure that you are, reaching out to them. Or if you don't know anyone, definitely do some research. Do ask for some referrals for people make sure that you are, researching them. Sit down, have a conversation with them. How do they work? How are you working together? This person is going to be in your team, and it's not usually a short thing. It doesn't usually just last a week or 2. You're with this person for several months. And so it's really good to have somebody who's going to be there for you and answer your questions, and that you have a good rapport with, that you can, are comfortable with and can move forward on a transaction. So if you have any questions, I'm Niki Shelton with in Kitsap County, local Kitsap County real estate broker. And I would love to talk to you about how I can help you. I love to educate my clients and guide them through the home buying process. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe and follow button if you're not already. And if you have any comments, drop them down below in the comment section. I read every single one. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you again next week. Bye, everyone.